Many newcomers to the enthusiast PC realm are surprised by the added expense of a mechanical keyboard, but when you consider all that goes into making a true mechanical keyboard, its expense starts to make sense. Some mechanical switch designs cost as much as 40 cents per switch to manufacture. Multiply that by 100 plus keys and you can quickly see why the cost of entry is so high. So what is the frugal gamer supposed to do? Is there a good option out there for less than $100? How about less than 50? Less than 30? And at that point, is it even something you'd want? Allow me to introduce the e-Element K9999. This is a full-size mechanical RGB keyboard that retails for $29.99. Now, full-size means it has a full row of function keys and a number pad. It is the cheapest mechanical keyboard I have ever tested. Now, as always, if you decide by the end of this video that you want to purchase this item, please consider using my affiliate links down in the video description down below. It is as generic as a keyboard can get. It's a black plastic rectangle, and that is all plastic, no backplate. Even the budget-friendly mechanical keyboards I've tested recently all have some type of aluminum backplate. This has nothing of the sort. It's all one slightly texturized piece of plastic. It has no braided cable and no branding whatsoever. Now, I'm usually a fan of minimal branding. It kind of allows the product to speak for itself and brings a level of refinement that's not typically found in the gaming segment specifically. But in this case, it almost appears that the absence of branding implies that no one really wanted to claim it. As a matter of fact, I mentioned at the beginning of the video that it's called the e-Element K9999. But in some markets it's actually referred to as the e-yooso K9999. The only distinguishing characteristic is that it has a glossy triangular pattern etched into the board underneath the directional keys. Other than this, it is the most basic looking piece of hardware I've seen in a long time. Now, as expected, the font choice is gamer themed like most keyboards at this end of the price spectrum. However, unlike most of its counterparts, this font is actually legible. It's extremely lightweight and feels very flimsy, and this is of course likely due to the lack of a backplate. It has two rubberized legs on the bottom as you'd expect, but they're extremely difficult to open, and once they are open, the whole keyboard flexes when you type on it. It features mechanical blue switches, which are a clone of Cherry MX blue switches, but they look unlike any other switch I've ever tested. You have the plus symbol at the center of the switch as you'd expect, but it has these walls on either side. Now, on the Amazon product page, it advertises them as Autemu blue switches, which are a more common Cherry MX knockoff. But on the physical switch itself, it says that it's a Huano switch, and extensive research on my part was not able to find any information on these whatsoever. They have the tactile feedback you'd expect from a blue switch, but they are much lighter than Cherry MX blues, and they are considerably louder. It has RGB lighting, but every row on the keyboard is a dedicated color that cannot be changed. So technically it's RGB in that it has red, green, and blue, but similar to the EasySMX SI-2029, I find this type of marketing tactic a little bit deceptive, even though it's technically true. Despite its limited color selection, I was surprised by the wide selection of lighting effects to choose from. There are 19 in total, and each one is named something slightly more ridiculous than the last. Here are a few of my favorites. We have Snow White, Sudoku 6th, Eagle Wings, and of course everyone's favorite, Ripplegraph. I have no idea what that means. It also has a game-specific lighting mode similar to the Raydem MK01, which I reviewed recently. You can check that video up in the cards. It basically has lighting effects that illuminate the keys that you use most often with that type of game. So you have, of course, FPS, CF, COD, RTS, LOL, Race, NBA, and then an LOL simple mode, and in addition to that you have two customizable lighting effect options. And the function keys also double as multimedia controls. This was a thoughtful inclusion, but not only that, it also has all of the basic Windows functions like the calculator, clock, email, so on and so forth, all etched right there onto the function keys. But what was the device actually like to use? Well, if you lift up the keyboard and give it a twist or examine the textures too closely, it feels extremely flimsy and does not inspire a lot of confidence. But when the keyboard is on the desktop where it's going to spend most of its time and you're working at it, technically only your fingertips are going to be making contact with it, and it honestly kind of fades away into the distance and you forget you're working on a $29 keyboard. The core mechanical keyboard experience is there, even if there's really nothing of substance beyond that. While unboxing the K9999, I was immediately stricken with just how cheap the keyboard looked and felt. Thankfully, these money-saving design choices don't appear to have translated into obvious quality concerns. It delivers exactly what should be reasonably expected from a $30 mechanical keyboard. Those looking to save even more money than that should just expect to receive a plastic bag full of mechanical switches. Well, thank you guys for watching. If you appreciated this video and or found it helpful, then go ahead and give it a like, and also check our video description down below. We are currently running a brand new giveaway for the EasySMX SI-2029. It's that keyboard I referenced earlier. We do a lot of keyboard reviews. If you want to see my favorite keyboard I've ever tested, you can check that video out here. It's the Drevo Caliber 71. I recently did a recap of that video, so make sure you watch the original and then watch my 5-month follow-up after I spent some time with the device, and consider subscribing so you know when our newest content is ready to watch. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.